One. Okay. How are you tonight, guys?
Yeah, yes, I'm okay. And you?
I'm
I'm
okay.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
everything's fine.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm glad
That's a
you're
good
okay,
note.
guys. I hope you're doing great tonight, and you and I hope you enjoy this chat as I will. And well, this chat is about cosmetic products. It is about economy, and it's one of the topics that I love the most to talk about. And I hope you guys like it. And well, I hope you will be interested in economy as I am.
Okay.
So, our by the way, the book that I used for making this presentation is this this one that is down here. You can see that on your email. It's Drugman Poland
Okay.
Robbing Economics. So it's a very good book. I tell you guys, everyone on Earth can read that book and will understand. It is easy to understand, but it is a little bit boring because it's too long. It's a lot of examples, so you can learn economy about economics in that book. I fully recommend that book. It's one of the best. Okay, so we're gonna start the chat, but first, let's know each other. I'm gonna start, so then you can do it after me. My name is Moises Alfonso Morales, and I am 19 years old. I study at the Universidad Metropolitana. I'm studying economy or economics. I'm in my fifth trimester. Yeah, I'm finishing my fifth trimester. And on what I like, well, I like doing sports. I love playing football, and I like reading about the economy, what is happening, the news, and this kind of topics. So, well, that's pretty much it. So, who's next? Who would like to talk or to introduce me? Or,
Okay. My name is Daniel Rongel. I am 22 years old. I study at Universidad Simón Bolívar. I'm studying geophysical engineering. I am in the fifth quarter. I like seeing, play football, hear music, play music, play video games, watch series, watch movies. A lot of things actually.
a lot of things you like. Well, Daniel, I know you and you're a great person. I hope you. I'm glad you're here in the chat. So, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Uh, okay, who's next? No one.
Well, my name is Sharia Bendaño. I'm 24 years old. Uh, I study journalism at the UCB. Right now, I'm out and I present my thesis the last month, so I'm almost finishing. Well, I like drawing. I really like drawing, watching movies, and that's it.
Wow, oh, you're finishing at university. Oh, that's amazing. Okay, congratulations, Sherry. And
Thank you.
well, thank you very much. Okay, who's next?
I will go.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Juan Chacon. I'm 21 years old. I study at the Nueva Esparta University. I'm studying electronic engineering. I'm in the 10th quarter, and I like computer stuff.
Okay. Very good. Thank you very much, bro.
Okay.
And okay.
Hi, my name
Yeah,
is
yeah, you can.
Carlos. I am 21 years old. I study at UCB. I'm studying medicine.
in the uh, third year. I like book. I really like read.
Okay, so by reading a lot, what kind of books do you like? Hello? Okay. Hello? Okay.
Hello, hello. My name is Jonathan Flores. I am 21 years old. I study at the UCAV. I study in informatic engineer. I am in the ninth semester. I like listening to music, watching series. That's it.
Okay. Pretty, pretty good. Okay, nice to meet you, Jonaire Flores. Okay, so we're going to go with the next person. Who's next? One of the Victor,
Um,
I think.
yeah, good evening, guys. My name is Victor Pestana. I am 20 years old. I'm studying administration and in a Simon Rodriguez University, and I'm in a fourth, how do I say? Well, semester. Yeah.
Yeah, and what you like doing?
Oh, I like watching movies, series, listening music, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, Victor Pestana. And I think,
Okay, I suppose I'm the last one.
yeah.
Okay, my name is Victor Caraballo. I am 21 years old. I study at Universidad Metropolitana. I'm studying civil engineering. I'm in the ninth trimester, and I like to draw, to read, and to play music. And that's it.
Okay, thank you very much, bro. So, okay, there's no one left. And we are going to go to the next page, and it's this. Okay, for this chat, guys, we must know several things about mathematics. So one of them are this. Okay. Oh my God, what happened? Okay. I did. Okay, we must know some symbols and some mathematical functions. So, for example, we got here add, that is this
Minus.
little symbol, subtract, divide, multiply. This is these four items. It's what are we going to use a lot of in this chat. Well, more like yeah, we're going to use them. So we got here another symbol is greater than, is less than, is more than or equal to, is less than or equal to, is not equal to. And some mathematical functions. This is for like for the speaking. Okay, this is okay. We say plus when we are going to add. We say minus when we're going to subtract, and we say divided by when we're going to divide, and when we are going to multiply, we have to say times, like 4 times 2, 4 times 3, or 4 multiplied by 3, for example. And equals or is, okay? 4 is 4, example. Okay. Very clear this part. Did you understand this part?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, fine.
yes.
Do you have any question about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord.
Okay, so we can go, I think, with the next page. Oh, sorry. What happened? What happened? I know my laptop just fucked up.
No problem.
Yeah, just stop working. Okay, we are fine. Okay, it's fixed. Okay. Okay, some important definitions, guys. Who wants to read?
Me.
Okay, go ahead,
Okay.
bro.
Okay. Some important definitions. Intermediate goods or semi-finished products are goods such as partly finished goods used as input in the production of other goods like final goods.
Okay.
Is goods
So,
or goods? I don't know.
goods, goods,
Goods.
yeah.
Okay, goods.
Goods in English, goods. It's the same thing in Spanish. In Spanish, is so you can understand this fine or very clear. Goods is equal to bienes.
Okay,
So good is a
good.
bien, un bien. So okay, this is important you for you to understand, guys, because GDP it talks about this a lot, about goods and services. Okay, what does all this theory mean? Okay, the intermediate goods or semi-finished products are those products that we are going to use for creating another product. Okay, but these goods are like they are going to go in the products that are going to sell in the future to the final consumer. So, for example, we got here some screws in this picture, and we use all these screws to build or to create an automobile, a vehicle. So you understand the definition of intermediate goods or semi-finished product?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, you
Yes.
sure?
Oh yeah, Claire.
Okay.
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so those are the intermediate goods for finished products. So the next definition will be uh, consumer good or final good. Okay, who would like to read this short paragraph?
May I?
Okay, you can do it.
Okay. Some important definitions. Consumer good or final good are ultimately consumed rather than used in the production of another good.
Okay, thank you
Okay.
very much. So this is the final good, the good that you're buying. For example, when you go to a, well, imagine you want a car, you buy a car, that's a final good because it is you you are going to use it. That's the final good is the one that you're going to buy and you're going to use immediately. For example, a car, as we said in the previous page, or a bike. You buy it for using it. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the final product. It's what is sold in the well in shops. For example, when you are going to go to a coffee shop, the coffee you buy, it's the final good, and etc. etc. So you understand everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
I love that. So we're going to go with the third definition. I put some
Yes.
several memes by the chat. You're gonna see them. So, so this is like a different chat. Okay,
Yes.
we're gonna
So
go
Okay,
with
good.
basically, yes.
we're going to go with the next definition. That is next exports. Who would like to read?
I want.
Okay, do it. Okay, you read it and try to. I said try to explain what is all of this. Do you think
Oh
you
my
can do it?
God. Okay. Uh,
Okay, you take your time. Take your time.
okay. Uh, Net exports are the value of a country's total exports minus the value of its total imports. Okay, in this picture,
Okay.
this country, America, USA, export
Yeah.
200 billions. I
Yeah,
don't
200
know.
billion. Yeah, yeah. 200
Okay.
billion dollars.
Okay, $1 billion, and import $150 billion. Uh,
Yeah.
in this case, net exports are equal to $50 billion of dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. And what did we do here? We all we did was subtract to the export the import. we did basically 200 billion minus 150 billion dollars. So it is equal to 50 billion. So the net export of USA in this case was 50 billion dollars.
Okay, it's basically the difference between the exports and the export with the imports. O sea,
Yeah,
the
it's just
export minus the
abstract.
import.
Yeah, exactly that. It's exactly that. So, because we're going to see that the GDP is all the production, all the production of a country inside the territory of a country. So that's why we have to put this definition very clear. So net export is the export minus import. That's abstract as it's essential. So okay, I'm gonna ask you one question. I want one of you to answer. Okay, so oh well, you can throw the answer. What is instead of 200 billion, the USA export 100 billion? What what would be the result, or what would be the net export? Imagine that the US exports 100 billion.
Okay,
Okay, so the imports are the same, 150 billion. What would be
Okay.
the net export?
zero, 100 billion
The last
minus
phrase.
100 billion, no? I hear
No,
okay?
well,
I hear well.
no, the imports are the same, 150 billion.
Mm-hmm.
Minus
So
50.
Ah, minus 50
exactly,
uh,
minus 50,
billion. Minus 50 billion.
negative 50, 50 negative. Yeah.
50.
So you understand that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you will see that this
Yes.
has a lot of importance when we are calculating GDP. So we're going to go to the next page, and this is basically what is GDP. So would like to read?
I can read.
Hey, please do it.
Okay. What is GDP? GDP is a monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced in a period of time, often annually. What information can we get from GDP? Measure the performance of a country and compare the income and production of a country with that of other nations, etc.
Okay. Basically GDP. GDP. Okay, you will see in the chat. Yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah. GDP is basically the value of the monetary measure. It's how money the market of a country produces. So what or how much money a country produces.
Okay.
It's basically that. It's the
Okay.
production of goods and services of a country in a period of time, often annually. But this is the base. The main part is this monetary measure of the market value of all final goods and services produced. This
Okay.
GDP, you have to put that in your mind, like this is the best thing ever. Monetary measure of the market value of all the final goods and services produced. It's everything that, for example, Venezuela, everything or every final goods and services produced here, just here, not in Colombia, not in the US, just in Venezuela, what we produce. You understand that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Yes.
you see that we don't talk about intermediate goods or semi-finished products, right?
Yep.
Yes.
It's just final goods. We don't put in the GDP the intermediate goods or services.
Mm-hmm.
Just final goods. Okay. What information can we get from GDP? GDP is one of the from now is the most important rate or index. It's the most important index in the world. So it measures a lot of things, and of course it measures other things. But in the first, in what can we get from it is the measure of a performance of a country. We can see if the country is doing well, they're producing, they are increasing the production, and also we can compare the income and production of a country with that of other nations. This is like compare the economies. Who's better, the U.S. economy or the China economy? Who produces more? So it's a measure that you can use for comparing. So that's
Oh,
yeah, you can compare it. Okay, oh, this is bigger than this one. Or what when we say, oh, China overpass or it goes to the second position of or China now is the second biggest economy of the world. Is because Japan just have Japan and has now a bigger GDP. So did you understand that? What is that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
This is you get this is a little bit complicated, guys. Yeah, in English is I know I understand. This is complicated in English to explain, but I okay. I see you are understanding. You're doing well. Okay, I'm proud of you. Okay, who would like to read this? Here we got Donald Trump. Okay, who would like to read this important line or sentence?
Can I can I read?
Okay.
So GDP, gross domestic product, is the most important and most common measure to estimate the size of the economy.
And yeah, that's what I already told you. It's you can estimate the size of the economy of Venezuela, of China, of the United States, and everything and every country. With the GDP, you're going to estimate it. This is also I wanted to tell you like a fun fact, no, like a fact. Before, back in the days, the U.S. Used to use not GDP, but it was like a GDP, but for all the Americans that were around the world, and it was a big one of the biggest GDPs ever because the U.S. has or there are a lot of Americans and millionaires Americans that are around the world and American enterprises around the world. So the GDP, it was named not GDP, it had another name. So they just turned to or they began to use GDP index from a time until now. So that's a fact. Just it's not. It's like a fun fact. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to give the next page. Who would like to read this?
Me.
Okay, do it.
What does not GDP include? Sales of goods that were produced outside our domestic borders. Sales of used goods. Illegal sales of goods and services, which we call the black market. Intermediate goods that are used to produce other final goods. The sale of financial assets, such as stocks and bonds, are not included.
Okay. As I told you guys, GDP is
um,
like. Tell me.
and basically, the last
Yeah.
sentence, basically, the sale of financial assets such as stock and bonds are not included. Basically, they are speaking about, este, I say it in Spanish because I don't know the word, acciones y bonos.
Exactly.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
I have a question.
Okay, tell me.
What is assets?
Mm-hmm.
What?
In the last paragraph, the sale of financial assets. What is assets?
Asset is basically what people call in Spanish activo.
Oh, like a acciones, an active,
Exactly.
an active.
The assets are activos in Spanish. So the all the I'm gonna explain you guys in Spanish so you can understand very clearly. The
Okay,
assets son activos.
Oh,
So financial assets son como activos financieros. So this is all this kind of the New York City. Oh, what was the name? New York City. New York Stock Exchange. It's in Spanish. You know what is that? New York Stock Exchange. It is the bolsa
the
de Nueva
market,
York.
basically
Yes.
Wall Street, basically.
Yeah, Wall Street. Yeah,
Yep.
it's New York City Stock Exchange. It's la bolsa de Nueva York in Spanish. So they don't count that. GDP doesn't count. As I told you, GDP like means some things that are important. And one of those are the financial assets such as stocks, bonds. They are not included in GDP, so it doesn't count. The first part is sales of goods that were produced outside our domestic borders. That's what I told you. You were going to count just the production of the country, just Venezuela, only Venezuela. Okay, sales of used goods. For example, if you buy a car and you like you use it for 5 years and you sell it, that sale is not included in GDP. So it's an important part that is missing GDP because it's like the economy is involved in that transaction. So it's important, but it misses it. So that's like a failure of the GDP. Illegal sales of goods and services. This is the black market, or the economists call it like submerged economy. It's all of this illegal world that are drugs, um, guns, fake money, all that. But a fact is that the submerged economy moves a lot of money, bro. Moves a lot of millions and billions of dollars around the world. Drugs are one of the most important like transactions. It moves a lot of money, and sometimes governments like let the well, how can I tell you that? Okay, sometimes the governments are interested that the submerged economy exists because it's a lot of money that comes to the country. So sometimes it is important, and the government play with it. Did you understand all that I said?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep. Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes I start to talk like very fast and I just so fast and I
No, no, no
and I know.
problem.
Okay. So in intermediate goods that are used to produce other final goods. Okay. And here is the point that it only measures the final goods, not the intermediate. Okay. I'm sorry for going too fast. The next page. Any word here that you would like to know the meaning? You don't know the meaning?
No,
No?
no, I'm okay.
Oh, clear.
Okay. It was good that you stopped me for asking me the financial assets and things. It is important so for you to understand. So when you have the opportunity to do it, just tell me and I will stop everything and I will explain you.
Okay.
Okay.
Basically, okay, wait.
Okay,
Basically, what is a
thank
bond?
you.
So, I know what is the translate, but what is a bond? You can if you can
bonds.
explain me in Spanish or English, I will
Well,
be
uh,
grateful.
some bonds, well, this is something because bonds are like different kind of bonds. For example, the enterprises can sell bonds, governments sell bonds. So basically, bonds is a promise. Is a, for example, a bond. I sell a bond and you buy it.
Okay.
And you are giving me a money for me to use, and when the bond, I will have to pay you some interest. So I have to pay you like mensually or annually, whatever is the term of the bond. I
Okay.
will have to pay you like something for me, or yeah, I will have to pay you for using your money in that period of time that you are not having it. So
Oh,
bonds is basically what in Spanish is called préstamos.
okay. Basically a debt. A debt. A debt.
Yeah, it's a debt. So, but bonds are a lot of bonds. Governments sell bonds. Enterprises sell bonds. It is. It has a very long definition. It covers a lot of topics.
Oh,
So, okay, your, I answered your doubt, or yeah,
I'm
we
okay
need
for
to,
now.
okay, okay, nothing else. So
No, no,
we
I'm okay.
No.
go
Okay.
to go. Saga. Okay, how would
Good.
calculate the GDP? Okay, who would like to read?
I can.
Okay, do it.
How to calculate the GDP? The GDP can be calculated in three ways. One, adding the added value of all products that is aiding the value of all goods and services produced within the territory. I think understand all of that.
Mm.
That's not complicated, but it's really weird to think what you do that.
Yeah, yeah. So, and of course, this part, okay, adding the added value. What the heck is this?
Yes.
we
Yeah.
call
Well,
like we call like added value. For example,
it's,
and
when do you sell something?
yeah,
Basically, if o
yeah,
sea,
it's
is the cost of the product, o sea, the real cost of the product, más a value for make a win for me,
yeah,
getting a
it's
money
like
for me,
that.
basically.
Yeah, yeah. The added value is, for example, you buy some. Well, okay. Imagine that I'm a company, a car company. Imagine that I am BMW. So what I do is like to transform those uh, screws and those the steel. I transform all this all these things, and I produce a car. That what I did is the added value. The transformation part, or the transformation that I did to all those materials, is the added value. So we're going to add all these added values of all producers. We're going to add the value of the guys that subtract the steel from the rocks. They're going to add the transportations, and then it is going and going and going. So the final added value is the value of the laptop, for example.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like that. So yeah, okay. So how to calculate GDP? This is the first one. There are three ways. Okay, that is adding the value of all goods and services produced within the territory. Imagine that we are in Venezuela and we only produce laptops. and microwave. It
Okay.
is it is very close to reality because we don't produce anything. But
Okay.
okay, let's imagine that, and we produce just one laptop and one microwave in our economy, and we sell them in $100, and the microwave is being sold in
Okay, 100.
yeah 100, the same. So it is it is equal to, or the added value of all producers are 100 plus 100, and it is 200. That's the
Okay.
GDP. So that's
Okay.
the first way to calculate the GDP. You're going to add the price, the final price of the product, 100 and 100. It is going to cost
200.
$200,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that's our GDP. Do you understand?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
That's clear.
What? What?
That is good. Nothing. I understand all of them. The
Oh,
explication
yeah,
that
and you guys, this is a question for you, a personal question.
Okay.
You like always heard all these economists and crazy people that were talking about GDP on the news, on television, and you didn't know what was that, right?
No.
You didn't know what was that.
I have the idea, but sometimes they say that, for example, GDP contracts any percent
Mhm.
in the country per year.
Um,
It's like, I do not understand, in fact, what's the meaning of that.
yeah, and where?
Yes. For example, in the news, they say like um in other contexts, like they don't explain what GDP is, but it's just like they say like stimulate per percent.
Yeah, to
And yeah, that's
stimulate
it.
the economy. Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Yeah, and they.
Mm. Hi.
what's happened.
Okay.
Hi.
Oh,
Is everything okay?
Hello.
Yeah,
What?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Something happened. Yeah.
okay. My sis had died.
I think that
Hello.
is the internet in this country.
Do you
It's
hear
so
me?
good.
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Yes, we
Yes.
can
Do you hear
hear
me?
you.
right
Okay.
now,
Perfect.
yes, we can hear you.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
I lost the connection or the audio for a minute. Okay. So yeah, where as Shari told, they talk about contract, and the other bro that talk about the I don't remember what he was telling. Is that like in that moment? Well, I don't remember what he said. But he said that what did he ask for?
That sometimes people said that the GDP contracts at any time, for example, 2019, but in fact, I don't know what's the meaning of that. I don't know
Okay.
if you understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know you. I know you. We're going to talk about that like in the next pages. So we're going to answer that question when we go. Okay.
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 I love this chat, bro. Hey guys, I did this presentation. And I think I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's incredible what we can get from economy. Okay, so so the first way to calculate the GDP was this: adding the added value of all producers. 100, 100, It's 200. That's the GDP, what we produce in Venezuela, right?
Okay.
So the second way to calculate the GDP is, okay, read it, someone. Okay, someone.
Okay, me. To adding all the expenditure on final goods and services produced in the country. This results in the equation GDP is equal to consumer spending plus investment expense plus government purchases of goods and services plus sales to foreigners minus imports or purchases here of goods foreign. And three,
Okay.
adding all the income paid to the factors of production.
Okay, so we are going to focus in the. Thank you very much. We're
Okay.
going to focus on the second. Adding all the expenditure. You know what is expenditure? If you don't, it's what we spend.
Okay.
It's the same thing. Spend. Okay, adding all the expenditure of all the expenditure on final goods and services produced in the country. So we said first in the first point that the value of the computers and the microwaves, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Yes.
So in this part, we say that is all the what we spend on them, and it's the same.
Okay.
You see?
Basically, it's the consumer spending, no?
Yeah, it's what because imagine that I'm the only one that lives in Venezuela, and I buy the laptop and the microwave, so I spend $200,
Okay.
and that is GDP. Okay,
Okay.
so you see that it's the same. What I produce is it's what someone will spend or what someone will buy. Someone is going to buy me this. Okay, so that's like the simple equation. But this is the equation that involves everything. GDP is equal to consumer spending. Consumer spending is everything we buy, guys. It's like the groceries, the laptops, the mobs, the apartments, the house. For example, a house. Everything we consume is this consumer spending. So when we waste that, we're going to add the investment expense. This is what we invest or someone comes to invest in our economy. So it's basically for getting a revenue. Yeah, for a whole. They're waiting for a revenue for earning money. So that's the investment expense. Okay.
Okay.
Spanish investment and the government purchases of goods and services. What is this? For example, let me. Oh, you know the no that no. Okay, let me think in government purchases and goods and services. For example, you see all those bags that has the color of the flag, Venezuelan flag.
Okay.
Well, for example, the government buys that, so that and gives it to the population, and that is a government purchase. And also the food that comes in the club boxes.
Okay.
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 That is government purchases of goods and services. Other things, for example, a services is when they are building a bridge, for example. If the government builds a bridge, that is a good, and they are wasting on services of the workers, the engineers. That's government purchases of goods and services.
Okay.
So it is. I'm explaining you guys this like in a very short time, and I'm explaining you like the simple part because it is so deep. In government purchases of goods and services exists like like three divisions or various things that has a lot of influence in these parts. So it is for you to know that it's very deep. It's deeper than this.
Oh,
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we're going to add to all that thing we said the sales to foreigners. These are the exports. What do we export? We export, for example,
Oil. Oil.
yeah, oil, fossil fuel. We export that, and we are going to subtract the imports,
Basically
like
all.
food, yeah, basically everything we have. So, how we call this? This is the net export.
Okay.
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 Next.
So
Next.
this is a
Okay.
GDP, what we spend on the economy here in Venezuela,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
and it is equal to what we produce. And here, okay.
Back to.
So yeah, it's easier to understand. Yeah, it's easy. So the third way, as you see here, is adding all the income paid to the factors of production. What they want to tell us in that point. Imagine that that exists two workers in all Venezuela, just two workers. This lady right here and this lady on the right. So we pay her, or well, imagine that this women that is in the left part is like
Uh,
the owner of the only company in Venezuela.
okay.
And she
Okay.
earns $100, and the lady to the left is like the only worker here in Venezuela. It's the only employee of
Okay.
the lady to the left, and she earns $20. So the GDP is what they get. It's $120. Did you understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you see that what it, so this all everything is connected. This is like Marvel universe. You're going to see.
Okay.
Everything is connected. So you see that. Imagine that. Okay, the owner of the company is this lady right here,
Tony Stark.
and she
It's who?
produces. The lady that is in the left.
okay.
This one.
Cap.
And she produces one laptop and one microwave,
Mm-hmm.
and she earns, and someone spends in that $100, and so she gets $100. That's his spending.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is okay. She earns $100, and from those $100, she's going to give to the worker $20. So she will get $80, and she has to pay the other girl $20, and the GDP is going to be the same. It's going to be 100. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So the GDP is going to be the same because she earns $100 from here. Someone is going to spend $100. You're going to get there. Yeah, you're going to get those $100, and she earns 80. And the lady, that the worker, is going to the salary of this girl is $20, so it is equal to $100. So did you understand that? Clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So you see that everything is connected. Everything is the same. So that's why Pikachu is like that. Yeah. So GDP is equal to total rent, to total expenses, and the total production. So you see that that's why GDP is so important. So did you understand?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh my
Okay.
God!
Yes.
Yeah. This is this is pretty. This is exact. This is amazing. What we can get from GDP. So this is like the part where we are going to see what time is it? 7:56. And
like,
7:56.
okay.
So okay, this finishes on 80. No, on 8:30. Yeah, yeah, we got time. So this is what Shadi. We're going to talk about now what Shadi wanted to know. Yeah. And so, well, now that we have time, what do you think about the chat until now? You've been getting all that information. It's very clear.
Yeah, yeah. At this
Yeah.
time, yeah.
Okay, it's interesting, bro. And this is when I in first time saw all this thing on the university. I was like mind blown. Everything incredible. Yeah. So, and we're gonna touch what Shadi said. So, economist. Okay. Oh, I want someone to read this.
I can do it.
Okay.
Gus. Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Economists actually use two types of GDP to measure a country economy. Nominal GDP refers to a country economic output without an inflation adjustment. Real GDP is equal to the economy output adjusted for the effects of inflation. Economists will look at negative GDP growth to determine whether an economy is in a recession.
Okay. This is So, one term here, the definition. Output. You know what is output? Output, guys.
It's like exit. I know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
I don't.
production. It's the production.
Oh,
It's the
production.
same thing. Yeah, it's like the production. It's this part. The
Okay.
output
Okay.
is what the economy produces.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, nominal GDP. You see the nominal GDP of Venezuela, and you will imagine that you will think that Venezuela is like Switzerland or something like that. Why? Yeah. You see that? You see that graphic in Venezuela is the best country in the world. Why? Because they don't quit or they don't subtract the inflation from that index. So that's why I don't know if you guys have heard before when some economists talk and they say no, in nominal terms, in real terms it is like this, but in nominal terms it is like that. So they are referring to this. Nominal is without the inflation, and real is without the inflation. Real GDP, you quit all that inflation to get if or to know if the economy increase the production or decrease the production, or if they are in a recession, or what Shari said, and it's that contract. The economy is contracting when the economy is contracting when the production of a country, it is to say, the GDP of a country is going down. That's what a contract economy means. When economists tell you that the economy is contracting, it's because the real GDP is going down.
Okay.
Okay.
It's decreasing.
Okay.
So it is to say the production is decreasing. We are producing less and less and less. That's the contraction. Got
Okay.
it? You
Okay.
got it.
Yeah, yeah. That is when
Mhm.
you produce less than you are buying, basically. It's like that. something like that.
No, 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 no. It is no. It's because when the economy is contracting, is that you're producing less. Because
Okay.
imagine the first definition or the first way to calculate the GDP, the
Hmm.
production. The GDP is decreasing because you're producing less and less and less.
Okay.
Is that the
Okay.
when
It's not directly related to what you are importing. No.
uh, no, what happens is that the imports are important. Why? Because you are going to subtract it from the exports, and it is going to go, and it is going to make the GDP go decrease. It is right what you are saying, because if you import a lot of things, a lot of money, you spend a lot of money importing things, and the GDP is going down. But
Okay.
it is not the factor that is going to determine the the GDP to go down. So it is it that's why the economy is so difficult to understand, guys, because there are a lot of factors that can influence the results.
Okay.
Okay.
Understand.
Okay.
What you're yeah, what you're saying is it's something right, but the reality is that the production is decreasing. It is to say we are producing less laptops and less microwaves. That's what a contraction means. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yep.
Okay.
okay. Economists will look at negative GDP growth to determine whether our economy is in a recession or no. Okay. When we are going to when we're when we're talking about recession, we're talking about contracting. But economy contracts like 3 months in a row. So when the economy contracts 3 months in a row, or the GDP
Okay.
contracts 3 months in a row, we are talking about the recession.
Mm.
So it is for you to know that.
Okay.
Okay. So did you get everything?
Yeah.
Mhm. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So, this is good. Okay, do you have a calculator with you? A calculator. You're going to need it.
Yeah, we can open it.
Okay.
Yeah, I have my phone here.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a different channel.
I use my cell phone for that.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, who would like to read this?
I can.
Okay, please do it.
Calculator here.
Calculation of a nominal GDP and real GDP in a simple economy. How much would your GDP have risen if price had not changed? The answer to answer this question, we must find the value of the products in 2 years expressed in the price of year one.
Yeah, thank you very much. So this is basically we calculate GDP with a year base. It is to say the real GDP of 2019 of Venezuela is going to be calculated with the year, for example, 1980.
Okay.
So we're going to use the prices of that year, not the price of 2019. Did you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. And this is for you to know that we use for real GDP like years where the economy is acting very normal. that there is no like hyperinflations or inflation or high inflation. We use years that the economy is acting pretty normal. So, uh-huh. We're going to calculate the value or the GDP, the real GDP of year two using the prices of year one.
Okay.
Okay.
But first, we are going to calculate the nominal GDP of year one, okay? So, we're going to multiply 2,000, that is the quantity of apple. You see it?
Okay.
We're going to multiply 2,000 by $0.25.
5,000. 500. 500.
0.25. Yeah, how many?
Five
How much?
hundred.
$500.
500.
Yes,
Yeah,
500.
500. It is equal to, oh my God, 500. So, now we are going to multiply the quantity of oranges, 1,000, by the price of the orange. Of
It's
the
the same,
orange.
500. It's the
500.
same, 500.
Okay, so let me put this for 0.5. Okay, and it is equal to 500. Okay, no, 500.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Yeah,
500.
okay.
it's
Okay,
like 1,000 divided by 2.
yeah, yeah. So if we have to add 500 plus 500, it is 1,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's the nominal GDP of year one.
Yes.
This right here. And the real GDP of year one is the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Because there's no inflation.
Exactly, because it's the same price. There's no inflation. So that's why it's 100.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going to calculate the real GDP of year two. It's 2,200 or 2,200 plus, no, we're going to multiply it by the price of the apple
Okay.
in year one. Multiply it by 0.25. You got that?
Mm-hmm.
It is 550.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so now we are going to multiply the quantity of oranges of year two, 1,200, by the prices of year one, 0.5,
Okay. 600.
600.
Yes.
Okay, so you see, you add 550 plus 600, and it is 1,150.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's
Yes.
the real GDP. So we compare it to year or with the year number one, and that's what the economy grow. That's a, oh my God. And that's poverty. So, okay, that's the economy grew $150. So you see that,
Yes.
and you see the
Yes.
nominal GDP of year, and to multiply it 200, no, 2,200 by 0.30, and you add that to to 1,200 by 0.7, and it is going to give you 1,500.
No,
Yes.
well,
Yes, yes.
Yeah, prove it. So you see that the nominal GDP of year two is so high. That's
yes.
because of the inflation. So
Okay.
the economy didn't grow 500. Instead of that, the economy grew 150. So that's how you calculate the growth of a country.
Okay.
So the economy didn't contract, but the economy increased or grew. So do you understand everything within here?
Yes.
Yes, that's really easy.
Yeah, so it's easy and it's very good. And it's amazing. It's amazing. We can calculate GDP. You see this in these terms, and you understand it very fast. So, okay. We're going to go with to the next page, and this is the nominal GDP of Venezuela in March from March 1st, 2013 to December 1st, 2015.
Mhm.
You see that it is the Everest mountain. It is so high. It is going up and up and up. And that's the nominal
Yeah.
GDP. So is Venezuela really growing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In theory, yeah.
In
Well,
theory.
no, in theory, yeah. You see the graphic and you see, well, Venezuela is
Yes.
amazing. It's doing very well. But the reality, or what really happens, is that the real GDP for the same period of time is doing this. It's contracting. Then it goes right here and it increases and it contracts and contracts. It is a
Oh,
recession.
Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, and this is from 2013 to 2015. So it well, this is incredible
Upside
what
down.
happened. Yeah, and you see and you can see that what keeps it up is the inflation.
Mm,
So that's what really happens. And okay, we got that.
yes.
This is another. This is from the book. This is a picture from the book that I told you in the first page. And this is the real GDP and the nominal GDP of Venezuela in from 2000 to the year 2010.
Oh, wow.
You see the difference there?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a really big
yeah, so,
difference.
yeah, it's big. It's incredible what is happening. But well, I hope I hope this year we can do better.
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay, with the next we got GDP per capita. Who would like to read?
May I read?
Okay, you can.
GDP per capita, the total value of all the goods and services produced by a country in a particular year, divided by the number of people living there.
Okay, thank you very much. Uh, well, GDP per capita is basically the GDP per capita divided by the number of people that is living there, and it gives us a number. It Okay, I'm gonna explain you. When we talk about GDP per capita, it is like in one way the welfare or the wellness of the population. It is to say, if it is a really big number, we should say that the people in that country is living very good. They buy a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
but it is not always like that
Okay.
because China, for example, like back in the days, like for example, 2009, they had, or well, I think that they have that number these days, like almost the same, but they got better. Okay, in those days, they had the one of the lowest GDP per capita. No, what? Oh, no, no. Yeah, well, China used to have a really big no, they had a low GDP per capita. Yeah, they had a low GDP per capita. And they have a very bad like welfare, or they don't have like quality. Now these days, the number is getting better, but like in a way, it is not that the people there is not improving or is not living better. So it's so we use GDP per capita to see that if the population has a life quality, but it is not always fact. You could have a really big GDP per capita, but the people that is living there is dying because they don't have what to eat.
Okay.
So did I explain myself?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes,
uh,
sir.
you can see here that one of the countries that has that have the biggest GDP per capita are the United States. Well, I think this right here is United Kingdom. I think I don't know. This is
Yeah.
Iceland. I think well, those countries. Well, the main country or the country of reference is the United States, and you can see the rest of the countries. This is in 2017, and you see that Venezuela has like the same color of Brazil, Colombia,
Yes.
Peru. So
Yeah.
they are living better. They have a better life quality, but we don't have the same life quality of them.
Yeah.
We're living very bad here.
Mhm.
So that's it. What I was trying to explain. Okay. So any question here
No, no.
No.
No,
about the topic?
I think
Nope. All fine.
that is real clear.
Did you understand what is GDP? What we can use it for? How to calculate it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
GDP are really interesting. I know it's really interesting. What's happened?
well, I think that we have finished. Thank you guys for listening, for paying attention, and for thank you for coming to this chat. I really enjoyed it. I hope you understand everything, and now that you know what is GDP, when you have time to say or to explain to other people what it is and how it works, please do it. And well, I think you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop the